Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Just give a thumbs up if I am audible. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. So, welcome to your first session of UI/UX. So, I'm not the right person to talk about UI/UX. I'm myself Victor Banerjee, and I'm the Chief of Operations of Fifthforce, your training partner. And your instructor for today's session is Mr. Bhanudash. He has more than 25 plus years of experience in corporate, in development, as well as in training. So he'll be the right person to take you through this session. And before I hand over this session, guys, your regular session will be starting from 4th of June, every day, Monday to Friday, 2 hours session. The timing would be shared short while by tomorrow. So it will be 2 hour session Monday to Friday every day. And that includes a project also. And we believe in practical. The training would be in practical mode. Majorly, you'd be developing things from scratch. And Bhanudas sir will guide you through in your journey. So on that note, let me hand over the stage to Mr. Bhanudas. Sir, you can take over.
Uh, Thank you, Victor. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible. And sir, like you can mix
Yeah,
Hindi as well.
I'm actually sharing my screen right now,
Yeah,
but
sure.
my web camera is not working properly. For a time being, I'm just sharing that for 2-3 minutes. Then I will stop my video. So
Okay.
I'm requesting everybody to share their video, start their video, so I can see their face and. I would like to introduce myself and you also introduce yourself and what is the objective behind to join that course and you are from which stream, so let me know that so I can understand my users and I will set my entire training accordingly. So it will take only 5 minutes. So please
Sir, just
put
1 second to interrupt. Sir,
you are
just
from
one
which
second to
stream
interrupt.
in the chat box. So I came to know and objective behind to join that course. So I'm waiting for your reply.
Sir, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, as sir mentioned, you can use your chat just to introduce a small introduction. So please introduce yourself. I mean, your stream and your purpose, or I mean, what you are expecting out of this session. So please go ahead, cooperate, and sir will take you through this session. Thank you.
Uh, so I can't see a single person message. Okay. Hi. Hi, Pavitra. So you are from which stream, Pavitra? Uh, CSC, Computer Science. Uh, okay. Okay. You are doing post graduation or graduation? Okay, integrated. Great.
Sir,
Uh,
here most of them are BTech second year students.
okay, it's a BTech second year students. Oh, okay, okay. Hello, Saurabh. Hello, Saurabh. Yeah, you are also from CSC and you want to pursue a career in UX field. Nice, nice to know. So this session will actually take you what are the various availability of means the career availability in this particular UX and UI course. Okay, you can do a various different kind of what the career options as a UX research and front end developer. Yes, Bharat. Good evening. So you also CSC students and you want to learn web and app UI design. Good. So guys, please hurry up because I'm only providing a 5 minutes time to do that. Aditya Singh is from BTech and he also wants to some experience of the design. Krishna Pojani BTech and have a career UI UX. So guys, you should continue. Yes, you can. Definitely, these whatever 1 hours I'm taking right now, that help you to understand what is UX and UI, and what are the career options, and what actually you are going to learn within these 20 days, 40 hours workshop, and what is the content and how we are going to do that, and a lot of practicals we are doing, a lot of projects we are going to do, and we are actually taking use case study. And on the basis of use case study, we are actually learning this process, because you may learn UX UI on n number of watching by n number of videos, but this is a special training where the participation are not watching the videos, they are actually doing a lot of brainstorming, and n number of inputs they are giving, and on the basis of that inputs we are designing our own app or the UX design for a specific app or specific website. Okay. So thank you for your introduction. So I'm expecting some more people to introduce them. So uh, our time is so less. So I'm yes, Abhijit Biswas, BTech from Computer Science. So what is your objective to join this course? So I just want to share my screen and start my session. Okay. Hello, everybody who want to take, anybody wants to share something more talking about their career options and all other things. So let me start my presentation here. So this is my entire screen. Is my screen is visible? Hello, just put yes or no. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, just put now. Hello. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Aditya. Okay, so this is now I'm going to tell you what is about me and what role I'm playing in the industry, and how I'm going to help you to understand this subject. Okay, and how we are going to complete this entire session that I'm going to explain. So about me, I'm actually double postgraduate. I complete my MCA, Master in Computer Application from Mumbai University, and my complete my MSc in Maths also. I complete my Bachelor of Education, and I'm pursuing my PhD in something called as artificial intelligence, and my subject is related to the UX UI design only, and that is called as a concept visualization. The concept visualization is where we are using the information always in the form of graphics. Okay, so that is my area of what the PhD. So I have played various roles. I work as a consultant, trainer, developer, UX UI designer. I'm going to share my n number of projects with you today, and I'm going to show how I design, what is my experience being as a UX researcher and being as a UI designer. Okay, these are the two different terms, and we are going to understand in this slide what are the what is the difference between UX and UI. So before that, I would like to keep this session interactive. So Victor, is it possible to unmute? Can any participant can unmute in between if they want to ask any question, or
Yes, sir, they can unmute.
they can unmute. Okay, okay. Thank you, Victor. So, so I'm actually taking this session interactive, so people may ask the question in Hindi or English, and I will give answers. So interaction give more value in what is training. Okay, so out of these 15 years, 25 years, Victor says, but I spent 10 years as an assistant professor, and I'm teaching a math there in junior colleges. And after that, I switched to industry. And in industry, I have spent 15 years in computer science field. So my age is, I'm cross 50. I'm 50 years old, and I would like to work with you people. So you people are Gen Z people and those who are born after 1995, and these are very techno savvy people. So I always like to interact with people like you, and I'm going to learn a lot of things from you, because you people are multitasker, and you people not only use the technology, but you are doing multitasking, and you know how to use a template, and you know how to use a technology. And so I'm here to provide n number of tools and some base about what is UX and UI design. So design various project. I design various project for software companies, and I participate with them as a UX research. What is that UX research? I will tell you soon, because previously in India, most of the development are taking place, or the UI design is taking place by a developer only, and there is no separate people are assigned who are having a design sense. They are having a color sense, they are having a typography sense. Such kind of peoples are not there, and because they feel that the developer is the only person who can take all kind of what the responsibility. And nowadays, in software industry, there are graphical people who are actually complete their graduation for Master of Fine Arts or Bachelor of Fine Arts. Those who are having a design sense and a color sense, so they are grabbing this kind of what the opportunity as a UX researchers and UI designer. Okay, even though they don't have it's not actually required to knowing the software like HTML and CSS, because being as a computer science students, you may think that the UX UI designing means something related to front end development or front end designing. That is not a true, because the front end development and front end designing actually develop, which is based on the design handover by UX designer and the UX researcher. Okay, what are the various people who are involved in this entire system, and how they design the things? That entire experience we are going to learn in these sessions during these 40-hour sessions. So I have trained around 150 plus students, and around from last 2 years, I'm taking the batch of UX and UI design, and I have got a very good response from the people who already work as a graphics designer, and who already work as a web designer, and they are using a various software and the framework like WordPress and some Wixi kind of what the framework which is available, which gives you a fast development and ready-made templates. So once they join my course, then their approach of seeing in design is change, and they start by creating their own template, and they are selling that template because they are a good developer as well as they are a good designer, because I am giving a view to them through that training. So you don't need to know the any sense of what the graphics, you don't need to know any sense of typography, but you can learn. And there are frequently used a font, and there are frequently used the template, and you have to follow that. And once I introduce them something called as a user design kit. Okay, and that kit is developed by Google and Microsoft, and they are most of the 90% uh, uh, the kit are used by the Google platform, because Android platforms are more than your iPhone. But this iPhone and other Google kits are available, and I'm going to share that, and you are supposed to use that kit through the tools. Okay, and how we are going to use. So before that, I would like to show what is the UX and UI design. Is UX and UI design both are same or not? Okay, so that we are going to check from now. So if you see, what is UX? Is UX is a UI, or it is, people may say it is a user experience, and UI means user interface. Yeah, that is the full form. I agreed, because when you say UX, means user experience, and UI means user interface. Means what? So what user interface is actually doing, and what is the role of UX and UI? If you see these iceberg, okay, and whatever people are watching from the top, they feel that this is the only height of what this iceberg. So there is a something below that, and that below part is more than the part which is actually seen in a top. So if you see, UI stands there, okay, and you can see whatever you are seeing on the top of what the iceberg is similar to UI. So whatever you are seeing as a final output of app, okay, whatever the user interface you people are getting through app or website. So there are a lot of works taking place behind or below that, and a lot of research are there, and that is nothing but a UX, and that's why it is not a colorful. So if you see, even though I'm choosing a color as a gray shade here, so though it's not a colorful kind of what the activity, it's normal activity, but it's giving more value in your design. And unless and until if you are not knowing the UX, what is UX, you can't design UI. Previously, it was people are doing without knowing the user requirement. People are designing a software, and the software taking uh, uh, to the users, and user is reading the instruction manuals, and he's following step by step, step one, step two, and accordingly he is operating that software. So previously the software is controlling user. Okay, in 1990s, from 1985 to 1996 onwards, means up to 96, the people are designing a software in such a way that they are releasing a manual, and software is controlling user. And after 1996, when the 2000 2K is come, at that time people are designing something called as a user friendly excuse me, application. And that, what is that user friendly terms the people are using? So what is that user experience means? Excuse me. So I'm going to understand what is UX and UI, and why UX. So let us see some design here. Excuse me. Have you seen this kind of what the product, and you already seen this product in your daily life? So in kitchen, the people are using these the grab. You can see in this kitchen, when people are using this grab tool. Yeah, okay. So this is a tool, where a hand tool, where n number of objects you are pick up. So hot pots you are pick up from the gas stoves, and while doing that, while pick up that particular object, at that time lot of things are coming to mind, that are ye girega to nahi, because even the grip is proper, but the area which is given in a beginning, that will enough for holding that particular utensils. Okay, so उस ऑब्जेक्ट को पर्टिकुलर होल्ड करने के लिए इसकी क्षमता है क्या, is there in capacity this particular house? So people are while using this particular object, people are having a lot of concern in their mind. So according to me, this is the product which is yet need to be modified, because it's not actually giving the satisfaction to the user, because user experience is bad, and lot of pain it's come into the mind of user while they are using this device. Okay, same thing is there in the second object hammer which I'm showing here. Okay, so I actually you came to know that where the user experience exists here. Okay, so if you see this hammer, when you are hammering on some nail at that time, so you have to be an expert to put your hammer on the top of what that nail, and you are doing the continuous process. So if your target is not proper, and it is not properly hammered on the nail, the nail may be bent and it will not uh, put your nail into what that wall or on that wooden part. Okay. So what will happen here? Still, I'm saying that it is not a properly designed, because it will not give me a fulfillment of what completing that task. Okay. So these also need to be uh, develop, and that's why the people are bring some drilling machines where that drilling machine is screwing the screw inside the hole, and even they are removing the screw from the wall. Okay, so if you see the development, and those devices are changes, whatever the peoples are experience, whatever the pain point they are getting, and from that pain point the people are designing a product. If you see the school bag, the same thing is there. Is my bag is actually carrying the weight of my books, which is giving me comfortness? The answer is no. And is my whatever the books are there, so if anyone can open and anyone can uh, steal my all the materials inside the bag, still when I'm carrying this bag, and when the people are uh, thinking having n number of what when they are going inside the rush uh, area, and if they feel that maybe people will steal some uh, objects from my bag. Okay, because if I feel that it is not safely designed and the people cannot remove easily the uh, object inside from the bag. Okay, so in this case it is people can easily remove, and they can do uh, means it's not safe. So it is also a example of what the user experience, where the product which they design is something different and user experience something different. So user is looking for such kind of product. So what do you think? Is user experience considered here? The answer is what? The no. Okay. So user experience means is that when the people is creating any kind of product, they should create the product by developing, by taking the interview and by doing some UX research, and they can find out what are the pain point the people have, and what are the experience the people are getting. So if you see, uh, when the people are designing the app at that time, previously the people are placing any kind of what the control anywhere as per their requirement, they are designing the app. But nowadays what app designer is doing, app designer is checking whether how the people are handling holding the mobile phones, and how they are interacting in what way. So by doing the research and by seeing the observing the pattern of behavior of what the mobile phones, they find out that the people are holding the phone in one hand, and only thumb is what available, and in that thumb area. Okay, so if we place all the controls within the circumference of thumbs, then it will help you to means user can easily operate that application. And those who are those controls who are in the circumference of what the which are frequently used by the user, so it is always a place inside the area of what that, because 49% people are using the mobile by one hand. Okay, 36 people are using a mobile by two hands. So people are using if you see the middle diagram there, the people are holding the mobile by one hand and they are using another hand for operating the buttons. Okay, so 49% people are using the mobile in this way, the first figure. So being as a UI developer, I should keep all kind of what the controls which is there in a top, so in a bottom, and that's why frequently used buttons are available in a bottom. And this 15% people who are using both hand to operate the mobile. Okay, and that is very less. So that's why whenever you actually design any kind of the products, so UI design is not enough in product design. So you should know user experience. If you are not knowing user experience, then you people cannot use means create the application, okay, or the website. So if you see the how people interact with the website and mobile apps and the products, so people don't like the because people wants one click. The people are clicking on a single clicks, the people will get the information which they require. So being as a UI developer or UX developer, you should know uh, how limited click you are providing to whom the user, where the by clicking one or two people will reach at what the desired page. Okay, and that's why if you see the application is developed in a such a way that less navigation is there. नहीं तो पहले के जमाने में means previously when the people are designing, so there are a lot of sections pages are there. So people are landing from one page to another page, then from another page to third page and fourth page, and then on fourth page the people will get the right information. So lot of navigations and lot of things people have to do, and then they will read at the specific information. Such kind of websites if you develop nowadays, and if you are not considering the user experience, then in that case the people will not visit to your website, neither they insert your application. So that's why you have to consider what is user experience and what user interface is giving and what is user experience is giving. So if you see, user interface is a technical, most of the type, it is a technical where the people are technically sound, and then they can use those buttons, specific buttons. Now, if you see, the people who are not even went to school, and the 1 or 2 3 years old people are actually watching the video, okay, and playing the Candy Crush kind of what the game. And why this has happened, even though they are not went to school, but still they are knowing how to use that, because it is designed in a such a way that whatever the hand movements the people are using, okay, during that particular age, so he know whom is going to the user experience researcher know who is going to use his application or her application. So in that case, accordingly that particular designing is taking place, and they are considering a number of what the things. So a lot of brainstorming or storming we are going to do, because we are actually checking the various use case and finding out the and experience the user experience method, okay, and the steps also, and what are the steps user experience is using, and how they are emotionally develop the environment, and then they design some uh, we are calling that wireframe, and that the wireframe they are hand over to whom the designer, and then designer is creating the mock and creating a prototype for a product, and then they design the graphics designer and your web designer or app developer will taking that entire prototype, and they create the nice website and the application by using the prototype. And that prototype, how we are going to design that prototype. So entire steps we are going to follow. Okay, so we are not going to see only the Adobe XD or Figma or n number of tools are available. Adobe XD and Figma are the popular one, okay, or InVision, and all these three are freely available, so you can download from their respective website. In first session, which is taking place from 4th June, I'm going to show you how to install that, and from where you can download, and from where you are going to use the kits from there. But anyone can download and anyone can create the user interface, but user interface creation is not a big task, but the user experience creation is giving a more value, and people are actually looking for those people who having the knowledge of user experience. Okay, so what is user experience here? It's just actually coming on image. So last year Cap Gemini actually recruit 20 people for UX and UI designing, and they are expecting that they don't want the front-end developer, okay, because front-end developer are using HTML and CSS, and they are creating nice aesthetic web pages and even app responsive apps, and there are n number of templates are available, and they are just replacing the templates contents with their contents, which is so someone is designing the template, and on the basis of that template the people are creating the application and the websites. So it is happened previously. Nowadays all multinational companies are actually giving importance to UX. So if you see Zomato app, if you see your Swiggy app, so if you open any Zomato app, so what you are actually seeing, the Domino's, Zomato gives you a nice color, and in that red color, both are using a red color because red color is giving more intensity, and whatever the pictures quality they are giving by seeing that picture quality, so the whomsoever is ordering that particular food, he feel that temptation about what that food, and he is actually clicking on that buy button, and within 2-3 clicks he is placing an order there. Okay, so less options are available, only the options which generate the value through pictures and through videos, they are showing in front of the client, or you can say customer. Okay, and it is easy to handle. So we are going to do a case study on Zomato. We are going to do a case study on the Paytm. We are going to do a case study of Swiggy. Case study means we are going to see what are the things is there place there inside that app, and with the help of uh, why they place the particular item at the bottom, why they place a particular item on the top. So everything we are going to see, and we are going to understand the what is user experience. A senior UX role could be responsible for user research, test, coordinating between the product owners, stakeholders, developers, and designers. So without touching UI design or even have the skills to. So UX don't require to know HTML, CSS, and even though he don't required to know UI design. Okay, that is a concern of what the person who are actually using UI design. He is only emphasis on what the user, and he's going to find out the persona of user. What do you mean by persona? That we are going to learn in detail in the second section, and in that second section means third lecture, where we are creating a persona for a specific use case, and that case I'm going to tell you, okay, at the end of what the session. And in that session, what we are doing, we are finding out our users and taking an interview of what them, and taking a research, and we are finding out the pain point of what that users. So we are taking the interview of the people who are actual user of that particular domain, and we are finding out the pain point. So in our mind, all the sessions, I am actually giving such kind of what the tasks to the student, and the people are bringing a nice interview, and they are listing पेन पॉइंट, तकलीफ देने वाली बहुत सारी चीजें लिख के लेके आते हैं. Okay, that is called as a pain point. So pain point they are listing, and on we are working on pain point, and we are going to find out, we are finding out the solution behind that, and then we will design a nice design, which where the people will get an experience. अरे यही चाहिए था मुझे. Okay, so I'm looking for this particular component. Okay, so it sorted out my problem. Kind of feeling the people will get when we are doing a lot of research on peers. So if you see, this is an example which they are showing here. So this is a simple cycle example, and the person who having a cycle with one wheel, and he is actually running that cycle. So a lot of problems is facing. Okay, setting problems is there, balancing problems is there, and the design where two wheel cycles, this girl is playing that cycle very smoothly. So what this design tell us that what is the reason why, if the things are not properly created, then people are closing your website. So if you say 95% people are close website and stop trusting the site if they degraded web design. अगर बेकार का डिजाइन है वेबसाइट का, so people will not look at, even the contents are what more valuable, but if the design, जैसे हम बोलते हैं दिखता है वैसे दिखता है. Okay, तो पहले packaging is important. Okay, hello, hello. So the packaging is important here, and the people first see the packets and wrap, and then they see what is inside it. Okay, and that's why everybody is giving a importance to packaging. Okay, so here also, if your look and feel is not good, the people will not visit your website. So please understand that look and feel is very very aesthetic, and must be uh, uh, means giving you a good feel that when they people are visiting your website. Okay, so that's why the 95% people are actually checking that. 38% of people will leave website, it fails to product attractive content layout. So after designing, if the content is not good, then people say यार इसका डिजाइन ही अच्छा है, इसके अंदर कुछ कचरा भरा हुआ है, अंदर कुछ भी नहीं. ओके, रैपरिंग अच्छा है, लेकिन so it's not only a design taking importance role, but the content is there, and then content marketing is taking care of that. So that is not our concern. Being as a UI UX, we are only emphasis on the user pain point, and we are emphasis on the designing part. Okay, if the 47 people expect a web page a loading within 2 seconds or less. So if you know, if you observe Gen Z people, means the people who are born after 1995, when they searching any kind of what the content, so they are using n number of tab, and they are opening n number of tab simultaneously. Okay, I observed my students when they are surfing inside the internet, and I observed those in a lab or in their laptops. So the people are opening n number of tabs, and they are writing fast n number of websites, and they are googling those particular websites and opening n number of tabs, and whomsoever is load first, they are visiting and seeing the contents of what that first, because n number of options are there, and because of that n number of options, people have to check n number of options in a limited time. So that's why this Gen Z behavior is like that, and people don't like the things which is not uh, actually loading within more than 2 minutes or 2 seconds, or if it's take time, then 47 people will leave that. That is we are calling as bouncing. Okay, so in digital marketing, bouncing is important, and they are going to find out why this bouncing is happened, why people are not uh, engaging in my, even the contents are good, but the people are not staying at what my website, what is the reason. And if they found that the people, the pages is taking a time to load, okay, and it is more than 2 seconds, that is the reason the people are not visiting your website. So all the things are taking care, these are the parameters are taking care, okay, while you are designing the things. So 94% of the visitors agree that good user experience is everything, and that's really matters. So if you see the 94 percentage here, which actually telling that user experience is matter, and that is the reason the company like Capgemini is recruiting these kind of what the people who are working on user experience part. Okay, so if you see the what user research is there, user is interviewing, gathering statistics, finding out the persona, information architecture, and they are creating a wireframes. All steps we are doing by using when we are creating use case part here. Prototyping, usability, user interface, visual design, interaction design, content strategy, accessibility, and working closely with developers. Even though they are not developers, but they are always forming a team, and they are taking n number of meeting with the developers. And according to the developers and stakeholders communication, they are decide, because stakeholders required, because they are the business developers, and they are actually spending the lot of money in the project, or putting a lot of money into the project. So you have to being as a user's experience person, you have, or user researcher, you have to consider all these things. You have to consider the objective of what the business. So after coming user interface, the people are looking for the uh, UX, and what you want to make instead, what you want to achieve. That is the important. And UX always actually think in that form. So what do you want to achieve? आपको कौन से लोग चाहिए, आपको खाली बनाना है चीज, या आपको कुछ अचीव करना है. And UX always think in what do you want to achieve, and that is the reason the people are actually looking for UX. So UX is an important and big part of UI. If you say UI is one kind of what is. So if you see uh, people who are UX designer, they are actually focusing on human being. Okay, what human needs, and they are doing a lot of research, and the researchers are involved here. And if you see the third stage, information design, interaction design, and visual design, all these are a part of UX part. So UX are actually creating a wireframe model. We are doing a wireframe model in section number 3, and in that wireframe model we are using the simple pen and pencil and creating, and then we are converting this wireform model in the tools called as Adobe XD, and we are going to learn Adobe XD in detail, where we actually understand the something called as a low fidelity, okay, the wireframe, and then high fidelity wireframe. So what is low fidelity wireframe and high fidelity wireframe? So low fidelity wireframe means we are using a single color there, any single color, either it is blue, gray, or black. Okay, And high fidelity means we are using a multiple color and you feel that you are actually creating the application. Okay. And this is the stages we are using. And these guys, UX and UI developer guys, is hand over the entire mock, okay, or entire prototype to whom? The front end developer. And from here, you are front end developer. So you people are from computer science background. So you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and various JavaScript versions. So here, if you are playing a role of prototype designer, then you can grab that kind of object, means job. Okay, so you are not interested in the doing any kind of what the development. Then you don't look at what the front end and back end there. Okay, so you only look for a designing part. But sometimes company wants both the people who are actually knowing user experience designing, okay, and they and as well as they know HTML, CSS, and JSS. So I work in a both technology. I actually create the prototype and then I convert entire prototype into what HTML, CSS, and JS by using scalable value graphics SVG format. We are going to understand what is SVG, PNG format, and what are the if I want to use my entire user experience design in a front end, can I use? The answer is yes. Whatever you design in Adobe XD, whatever you design in Figma, okay, so you people can hand over the entire material to whom the front-end developer, and front-end developer is using around your 70% material, which is he find useful and he convert those entire information into HTML and CSS and JavaScript. A lot of plugins are available. Even though you don't need to bother about, the plugin will take care of that and they generate HTML, CSS for you. And whatever the design is there, that actually you can send across the front end developer, and front end developer save their time, and he's actually watching the prototype and he's saying. And back end development means the person who are taking care of what the database, okay, and all database activities are there inside the back. So we are not concerned with the application development part. If you see these five circle, research, information design, interaction design, and front end, even though the first four circle, the fifth one I am not considering, okay, but being as a BSc basic computer science, or you are a computer science engineering people, uh, uh, people are expecting that you should play both the role, okay, and that's why we are actually checking that also. The skillful UX designer will focus on the user by getting to know who they are and what they want, identifying problems and try to solve the problems, okay. So what kind of problems the people are facing and what are the different stakeholders are there. So if you see, these are the stakeholders. They are developer comes at the bottom. So the person who approach the UX designer, that is a product owner, and he want to create a product as per user X design. Okay, and then other peoples are get involved. So there is actuary and business analyst, project manager, and content specialist who are interact with the UX designer, and whatever the design he create, he is hand over that designer to UI designer, and UI designer is a front end designer. Okay, he's creating HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. By using that, he is developing front end, and then server side technology used by a developer, and they are using front end and back end. And the server side technology like JSP, Solid, if you are using Java platform, if you are using open source platform, then the people are using PHP, and if you are using the .NET platform, the people are using C Sharp and all other. But if you see, all these platforms are required a UX designer and UI designer. And HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are the common technology available in all the platform. Okay, and that's why those developer are called as a full stack developer. Okay, full stack developer is a developer who know everything. Okay, and people are expecting this developer is always knowing the UI designing, and he knowing UX designing, and now he's using some additional server side technology with this. Okay, and then this developer is known as a full stack developer. So if you Google it, now why I'm saying this is because I found that you people are engineering background and you are looking for such kind of job, and this term is always there: full stack developer, Java full stack developer, .NET full stack developer, and the open source platform that is known as main developer. Okay, and some main developer and other Node.js kind of what the developers, the people are doing. So what is UX? So UX design a strategic process aims to create a product and that user will find easy to use and quickly understand. Okay, so this is the difference. So now I'm going to show you what kind of what you are going to learn in this during this 20 different kind of what sessions we are assigning here. So if you see, and there are the class projects we are going to complete, and we are completing around 8 different kind of work the projects, and those projects are nothing but hands-on practice are there. So if you see, these are the projects, and the projects is already explained what we are supposed to create. So we are going to create some wireframe for home page and contact us page. Then we are creating a prototype. We are creating symbols and repeat grids. We are creating a feedback form for wireframe. We are creating mood board. We are creating different kind, using different kind of colors and understand the emotions and the colors. Okay, why the people are using the colors, and why people are using a text and how they are using a text and buttons. Okay, and we are going to understand the where you are using existing icon. So there is an icon factory or media lab developed by Google, and you are going to take lot of what the icons from there. Okay, and we are using those icons inside our uh, mock design. Okay, and these are the project we are going to complete. And the high definition means this is a class up to class 8 projects. We are using a single color, and that is known as a low uh, fidelity, and that is a wireframe part. And then we are using a colorful mockup, and in that colorful mockup you people feel that you are actually design the real application. You people feel that you are actually design real website, but it is not. Okay, it is a prototype, and by using your prototype people will see that whether the design which they are developing. Okay, by taking your reference and then they design the development. So I'm showing some project here. So these are the 10 different kind of what the projects. So 13 12 different kind of projects we are going to complete during what that section. Okay, so I will share these project notes soon, and just as a project we are actually creating that project information you will get. So let me show some projects which is created initially by me, and this is some projects I would like to show. So this one person who approached me for he wants to create an application for
सर सर सर
हाँ,
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट सर
yeah,
आपका स्क्रीन मूव नहीं हो रहा है मतलब स्क्रीन स्टिल है आप जो शेयर कर रहे हो दिखाई
okay,
नहीं दे
okay, I will stop share and again it has happened again.
रहा सर आप स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हुआ है अब
हाँ
जो
हाँ, so it is because of previously I was use the uh, whole screen is not available. So I'm just showing the entire screen is not there. Okay, it's showing a specific screen here. So I'm talking about the this experience project. Have you seen that? Previously, it is not showing. Hello, Victor.
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
So previously it was wasn't. Hello, नहीं ना दिख रहा
नहीं
था.
नहीं सर, नहीं सर.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, so sorry for that. So these are the class projects. So we are I'm talking about, and everything is what given. I'm just repeating. Okay. So everything is given here, and if you see the class project 1, 2, 3, and total 13 projects we are going to complete with all the explanations are there, and accordingly, and you people are going to complete this 13 project during what is training. Okay, I'm not going to show, but I'm going the how to do that. That concept building part I'm going to do, and then I'm telling that you complete this project, and you're supposed to complete that project after this 2 hour session, and you have to spend more 2 hours or 15 minutes or 10 minutes. It's hardly take 10 to 15 minutes to complete that, and you have to show and share that uh, in the next class. And I'm going to create a Google Classroom where you are supposed to upload this entire XD file, and I will check each and every people's see. If you are only listening the training, it will not give you a value. Okay, and if you are doing the practicals along with, then it will generate a value for your participation is 100% participation only taking place when the you are doing interaction. Okay, so this is I'm talking about the screen, and now I want to show some I'm sharing some file here. Okay, so if you look at this particular file, so this is my first project. So if you look at that, I professionally done some projects here. One company, MediaTek, approached me to create the user interface for their applications. Okay, and this is my first project so long back, 2015. uh, I designed this project, and it is not up to the mark because the next version which I create, which is very awesome, I can't share that because it is because of NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. But I will share the basic version so you will get the actual experience of what is user. So this is a simple uh, design, and you feel that you are actually using the application, and the design is based on totally Paytm the application, and I'm actually referring a Paytm interface at that time, which is very simple, is using a simple color, and less colors are there, and a lot of space management is there. So if you see, if the people who are creating that, the actually what is the requirement here, whomsoever is a patient, he can use that application, he will provide username, then he will log in here, and instead of visiting to the doctor, he can call a doctor there. Okay, and he will click here, and n number of doctors are available there. So he just place a phone call there, and he type a phone call and make a call there. And after calling that, doctor will it is before corona, means in 2015 these guys think about that you don't need to go or visit a doctor. You can take a consultancy from this app, so people will find out the information about that doctor. So this is information and specialty about the doctor, so you can find out the information of doctors, and you can send a request to the doctor, and you can search the particular doctor for a particular specialist. Okay, and you can fix the appointment, and where your appointment is there, so it will intimate that. Okay, and it will show your previous appointment also. So there is appointment section. So whatever the problems and explanation that guys is telling me, and I'm uh, actually visualizing the information in front of me, how the things are there. So he feel that the people are putting the information. Okay, so I thought there is some personal setting is available, so I create a separate area. So being as a user experience, you should know what different kind of this example is my own examples. So that's why if the people require a certificates, the people will take the certificates for yourself and your family member. Okay, so medical certificate the he required, so people can generate the certificates through mobile itself, and you don't need to visit a doctor. Okay, he can change, and even he can place a complaint here, and he can write complaints not regarding the services, the complaints regarding what he feel. Okay, what symptoms he have, what kind of pain, fever, vomiting, dysentery, whatever the symptoms list are there, so those lists are automatically there, and when he is clicking on that fence, the respective list is pop up is appear here. Okay, pain in head, eyes, neck, whatever. So if you feel that it is totally uh, graphics, okay, but here you are experience that you people are actually using the application. So if I'm clicking on that, and this is, accordion kind of what, accordion kind of the components, because you already knowing the programming, so that's why I'm giving that example. Okay, so if you click here, so it's giving the root part, and again doctor is logging afterward. And if you are having a menu, so people will get a menu from, and you are logging out, so it will take to what the first. So this is my first application. Another application which I designed for a dog, if you see, so a lot of screens are there, and I'm showing this another application where the people can uh, use this application. This is one of the person who approached me before creating that application. This application is created. Okay, and it's a personal application where whatever the videos are there on dog training, so the people can sign up this activity, and the people can find out what are the different kind of dogs, what are the diet plan, and that diet suggestion. So people will click on dog breeds, so people will get the information about the various dogs, and you can before buying any kind of what the dog, so people will get the information so that they are expecting. So if you click here, you can do a setting here, and you can change the password. This is my uh, uh, the DP display picture, and I'm clicking here. I can change the DP, I can edit my the contents. Okay, all those stuffs are there, and I will log out, and I can directly check the
Sir,
different
sir,
parts.
the
Yes.
sir, the PPT is stuck again, I guess. Students are messaging.
PPT what?
PPT is stuck again, I guess.
Acha, stuck again.
Hmm.
Okay. 1 minute. So I'm stopping and sharing. See, the problem is what? Uh, uh, I'm not getting the full screen here. Okay. So are you getting the screen right now? I'm
Sir,
actually
yes.
using. So let us see, and I'm clicking on dog training. My information is there, and it's saying that a lot of options are available here. Okay, so dog breeding, information about dog, and you can return back. Okay, and you can find out each and every information. Okay, so if you, people wants to see the lesson, and they want to give a training, so they can see the videos here in apps only, and that YouTube videos are linked here, so people will watch the videos, and people see the transcription here, and people can learn the training through what the video. So that is the actual requirement the people required in this attendance. Another actually, these are the two professional. There are some more, but because of NDA, I can't give the show all the options, because there is a ideas behind that, copywriting behind that, and that's why people are not ready to share the information. So I'm showing some website design here. Okay, so I'm sharing again my screen, and this is my um, okay, Adobe XP. Okay, are you able to see right now? Hello, screen. Uh, yes or no? Thank you. Thank you. So if you see, there is a login, and this is a website, and this is for another my client, Geeta Nutritional.com, and she want the dashboard kind of the website design look and feel before designing. So dashboard is there. She will give a diet to what the people, and people can see the information. Okay, and desire says food and what kind of food people will get. So everything information is there, and people can put appointment here, and people can take appointment, and that how many people are going to come, that schedule is there. Out of 25, 15 are in office and 10 are completed. So that kind of what intimation she will get from there. So these are the three professional software, and this is the last example which I would like to share, and that is uh, developed by a prototype, entire prototype developed by the user. Okay, means participant. Okay, and this is the entire application development by my student. And this application is not yet available in a Google Play, but it is come from my student minds. Okay, and uh, from there they are designed. So what is that? They are going to what case studies I have give them. So let me show and share this, sharing the screen, and it's, are you able to see that? Okay, please say yes or no. Okay, screen is visible right now. Hello. This is the last example which I'm showing. Yeah, thank you. Uh, Class duration is 2 hours. Okay. Today's class duration is only I'm taking 2 minutes more. Okay, so it is already 1 hour is completed. I know, but after 2 minutes I'm going to stop. So if you give me permission to continue that 2 minutes. Okay, Victor sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah. So this is a slam book plus where I give a one case study. The people who are leaving the school and they are collecting the information of their peer friends or peer groups, and they want to keep that information in an application. So and they want to interact in future with them by seeing that diary. So slam book diary is a famous. So I give such kind of what the case study there, and the people are created a nice part here, so where they are creating this interface. So if whomsoever is creating slam book, so people will click on create slam book, and he's actually writing his name and his birth date and his email ID and phone number. Okay, and he's creating username and he's using a password. So he's even taking a snap. So these are the inputs and the people are taking from the person who wants to create a slam book. So he's clicking on that. So gallery and camera options are there. So when I click on camera, so I can grab that particular image, and when I click on done, so it will place here. Okay, so if I want to edit, I can edit the contents, okay, by clicking on that. And if you feel that I want to save, so I will save this. So it give a pop-up. Are you feeling that you are actually using the application, but it is not. It is a prototype. Okay, so if I'm clicking on done, so everything is done. Now I am a owner of what my slam book, and I want to add my friend. So I'm clicking on my add friend here. So I'm taking telling them to add the snap. Okay, so every time I don't want to move my cursor in a left to right, so I want to give another direction so people will feel that. So that's why that is also considered. So people will take a snap, and once they take the snap, then they write their name, what the friends call them, their roll number, class and division, and the birth date, and what favorite food is taken. So once the top to down approach is finished, then I'm actually giving another way where the people will engage by using this. So instead of calling all those items one after another, I'm engaging him by showing the lot of features, and user is experienced that and he's willing to give the information because lot of pictures and all other stuffs are coming. So what is your first crush, and what are the your favorite personality? Okay, so people are going to write, and the songs, books, cinema, sports, and you may use some icons here. Okay, instead of writing this, and you may create a different kind of what the user interface. So once I keep all those stuffs here, and the people will uh, write, and they are writing something about me. If the people don't want to write, they can record, and then the recording is get start, and they can speak about me, and then I will stop this, and I will recheck, and I will play this, and if I found that recording is what the proper, otherwise I will click on re-record, and re-record will record the new content. Again, I'm checking if everything is proper, then I click on done. And once I collect my friend, so I can view my frame slam books. So a lot of peoples are putting their information. So if I click here, so the people, I can see the diary of my slam book, and people will see, and people will hear, I will hear about what people is saying. Okay, so same thing, n number of peoples I can create. If you look at this, there are a lot of menus. Okay, extended menus are there, search button there, and there are a lot of tabs. So based on the habits and based on hobbies, the automatically clubs is get formed. The people who are having music habit, they are reading a book and reading, watching the movie. So accordingly, the group are what get formed. So it is automation are taking place, and if the people wants to see the events, okay, so people will call the events, and I can see the events here, and I can accept that events. So such kind of slam books are there, and you can add events, you can chase your dreams, sprint in need games, all kind of wall of fame, birthday reminder. All these I discussed during what the case study, and I explain them what kind of things you are going to implement within this book, and which is not match with the uh, your Facebook part, because some nostalgic things they want to put here. So if you look at the game, so game is also like the TikTok and Square Me, pen fighting kind of what the games are there, where the people are playing in a school days like chore police, okay, snake and ladders. So so it will create the those golden यादें जो इसके particular application से मिल जाए. Okay, and some people may need something in future, and they the people will generate a crowdfunding, and here the person is actually sending a request and saying that his mother is hospitalized and need 2,50,000, okay, and medical emergency, and you can donate some amount here, and then I will return back. Okay, so such kind of what the things are available. That is also comes from the student's mind when they are discussing this. So friend in need, part is there, and whomsoever is achieve something, then we are keeping on all of them. And if I want to watch a slam book of what others, so I can log in and I can view a slam book of what others. So people will show the slam book, and when I click on play button, so same thing is I will get. So I can watch any other people's slam books also. So people will share those slam book here, and we can watch each other's slam. So this is the project my student developed, and I just give them a lot of brainstorm are taking place, and then they create this such a nice application prototype. And here uh, people feel that they are actually creating the application, and they feel that these are the where you should think about the user and user age, user persona, and then you decide what kind of application, um, how you are going to create that application. Everything will decide by what, uh, by lot of brainstorming and lot of uh, different kind of pictures we are creating, and we are sharing the pictures on one screen that we are going to do during what the sessions, the 20 sessions we are doing, and within that 20 sessions we are going to complete these, and we only going to learn Adobe XD there. Okay, so that is from my side. So I'm stopping here. So if you have any questions, so another 5 minutes are there. uh, I will. You can ask the questions, or otherwise, if you don't have any questions, then we will stop for a day. Victor sir,
Yes, sir, please.
uh,
Okay,
yeah,
guys. So if you have question, you can
any
ask after I
questions?
finish it up. So your session will start from 4th June, as I already mentioned, and these classes,
Mhm.
guys, would be activity based. So there are, sir already mentioned, there will be 13 projects. So you'll be completing the
Mhm.
projects with the help of your mentor, and your certificates would be provided post completion of all these projects and classes. So classes starting from 4th of June, and the complete schedule would be shared in your WhatsApp group and also via mail. This would be 2 hours class every day, Monday to Friday. Timing will be sharing by tomorrow. Okay. So if you have any question, please guys go ahead and ask. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping it up in 2 minutes.
No
No
doubt.
doubt. Okay. Great, great, great. So ठीक है, कुछ डाउट नहीं है, that's fine. And एक चीज है मेरे तरफ से, I mean, आप जब क्लास करोगे, एक्चुअल क्लासेस, आपको कुछ भी डाउट या तो मतलब कुछ भी चाहिए, डोंट लीव योर फैकल्टी unless your doubt is clear. So it has to be interactive. Okay, you have anything in your mind, you have any suggestion, we are open to that. If the classes is for you, you want to make it better, you feel something this can be made it better this way, or this way it can be helpful, more helpful for you, please go ahead. Always we are there. Mr. Shudipto Paitandi will be your class coordinator. I'll share the contact details in group. So you'll be coordinating the classes. Kuch bhi doubt hai, you can discuss, always talk to him. Apart from your faculty, whatever doubt and whatever thoughts you have, you can share with him. So on that note, I'll thank Mr. Sir Vanudash. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, and guys, and let's catch up from 4th of June. Thank you.
Sir, can I leave the
Yes,
class?
sir. Sure. Okay. All
Thank
of you, you can leave now if you have don't have any question.
thank
Yeah, thank you. Yes, please, Krishnil. If it is related to your subject, then sir has already left. But again, I can convey that question if you have related to subject. Otherwise, you can ask me. Will we learn something like this? Yes. As I mentioned already. Okay. You have shared some link. Okay. Let me check. You can share this with your teacher. Just give me a second. Okay. So you like clone? Yeah, recording definitely. You don't need to record. Basically, we will be recording and we'll be sharing the link. You'll get the access. Okay. You'll have the access for 1 year. Okay, guys, who is that? Krishnil. Krishnil, you have some suggestion? Cloning thing you are talking about, that you can discuss with your teacher, faculty. There are 13 projects as we mentioned, and if you come up with your own idea projects, that is always welcome. Just needs to be approved by your faculty. All right. Krishnil, is that okay? Is that understood? Sounds good. Great, great. You can always come up with your idea. We are always open to new things. Okay. Anything else, guys? Okay. So on that note, I'm ending this meeting for today, and this recording also would be shared in the group. Okay. Chalo. Thank you, and good night.